Alright, so for the people that's watching, y'all. Oh, let me get everything straight. Alright. For the people that's watching, this is one of the most coolest, laid back, no drama, relaxed, be having her real hair out, dark skin, smooth skin. She don't got a trash body. She keep herself up. She work. She got her dad in her life. Hey, this girl's sweet, man. Y'all can learn a lot from her. That's why recently I asked her why she ain't married yet, man. I'm gonna let you tell the people why you ain't married yet. So I already asked you, but you can tell them why you not.
I'm not married yet because you gotta wait for the right one. My parents, they're still married to this day. They be married for 32 years come this year. So I got a good example growing up. And what I realized most of them, my mama said the same thing. The person you want to marry, make sure that you don't mind that person get on your nerves for the rest of your life. If you don't see that in a person's out here, they could be whining down you, they might can treat you good, fuck you good, all that. But if you can't see that person being a person that can get on your nerves for the rest of your life, that is not the one for you. And I can honestly say, throughout my life, I met some awesome guys, some great men, but I never met that one where I can say, you can get on my nerves, and I can still say that myself. But I love him, though. I still want to keep this going and not, let me block you off my phone or forget that we ever happened or whatever. So until that person comes along, I will be single and nothing short, nothing less, none of that.
So
the full package.
You don't think you ever gonna settle?
Well, it depends what's settling, because in my mind, it's some areas that you can settle in, and there's some areas where some that you just cannot just, like let go for nothing. That's what you want, that's what you want. For example, I don't mind selling for someone. For example, we may not like the same movies or like the same music or whatever, or may not shop at the same stores or may not like the same restaurants. That's an easy settle. But some things you can't settle on is, like, say for instance, I work. I'm going to work. I'm going to have at least 2 jobs, so I'm going to work. You don't have no job? No. And no, that's not a settle right there. Like, no, you just not the one for me at all. No.
What if you're an entrepreneur, though?
If it's bringing in money, a steady income, not no pipe dreams, but if you got your shit running and it's bringing in steady money and a successful business and you doing it the right way, then cool. That's your job. That's a job right there.
Okay. So that's the only thing you ain't settling for if you don't got no job.
He don't got no job. If he don't know how to take care of himself mentally, physically, spiritually, and emotionally, I'm not selling it in that area. And if he does not have a good relationship with his family, and especially he's a dad. If you're not taking care of your kids, I can't do that either. Because what you gonna do if I have kids with you?
I'm kind of surprised that you'll even want to consider being with a dude that got kids, like multiple baby mamas.
Well, it's also based on the ratio. If you got 8 kids, 8 baby mamas, no. But if you got like 2 or 3, and you got like 1 or 2 or whatever, or maybe 4, depending on the type of person you are, whatever. It depends on how the situation is. Everybody got to be mature. If everybody not mature and settle in with the situation, understand, everybody in their lane, whatever, then okay, maybe so. But if you got like 2 or 3, like 1, 2 or 3 kids, and you got like 1 or 2 baby mama between them 3, whatever, it depends. I don't mind working with it. It's 2021. Everybody out here going. That's just one thing that you may just have to accept in life. And I'm not going to hold that against a good guy either. Just know that I'm going to want my own kids.
I feel like that'll be you settling for real. Because if you think about it,
depends on the person. It depends on the person.
Yeah, because if you think about it, you gold out here, man. Listen. Just look at the facts, man. You got a job, you got a car, you cool with your family, you're not no scrub out here, you got money, You comfortable. That's like you accepting baggage in your life, man. Oh my God. That's crazy.
No, you look at it as baggage, but I could look at it as like a bonus. I love kids.
Okay.
I do. I love kids. I want to work with kids. So, and then also me and my brother, my older brother, we have different dads. And my dad accepted him and raised him as his own son. Like, he would never tell people that was his stepson. That was always his son. So I also grew up in a household where I saw what having a bonus child can do for you. Okay. So I would kind of be a hypocrite if I was to tell a guy and be like, no, you got kids. I can't do that. When in all actuality, my dad, who is a wonderful, great man, he stepped up and raised my older brother like his own. So I just seen the benefits of what raising a child that may not come from you biologically can do for you. It helped, like he helped my dad mature. He prepared my dad before, when I came along. Because my older brother, my dad is longer than I know him. So yeah, so I've seen what like the brighter side of that. It can actually be a beautiful situation.
Yeah, that's a dope perspective. I like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. Alright, so a cool question I like asking people. What you think your purpose is out here?
My purpose out here is to show other people, especially like little black girls younger than me, that don't let where you come from define you.
You got that?
Don't let where you come from define you. I went to Hampton University, got my psychology degree from there, 2011, Hampton University. And a lot of kids that went there, they came from like suburban areas. They was a part of Jack and Jill, like them type of, like they were parents like judges, doctors, lawyers. Our Shopton daughter went to Hampton University or whatever. Oh, so that give you an idea of, like the type of kids that went there.
Yeah. So
it wasn't a lot of kids that went there that was from areas like, where I'm from. I went from the projects, but I'm not from nobody's suburbs either. I grew up around Broad Rock. So pretty much but I didn't let that define me while I was going there. If anything, I felt like, okay, this may make me stand out more because, you're getting the same type of females, that's walking around here, but then you want to get the kind like me that's walking around here that, I'm wearing Timbs, I'm wearing Jordans to class. I may have my hair wrapped up on some days. I may come out with sweatpants on. I'm not going to wear makeup unless it's a special occasion. So pretty much I took that to define my purpose in life. That whole experience going to Hampton University for all 4 years. That pretty much defined my purpose in life. And that is, don't ever let where you come from define you. If that's what you want to be, if you have a greater calling out here, follow that calling. Follow God's voice and what God is telling you that you feel in your heart. And also, so pretty much, don't let people say get you down either. I had some terrible things. I used to have a nasty-ass attitude, a horrible attitude, whatever. But at the same time, I also knew what type of person I was. Yeah. So also, never let what people say to you define you as well. Like the song says, God favored me. No matter what nobody say about you, God is still going to favor you regardless. Long as you ain't out here killing, raping kids and killing puppies and all that stuff, just always, live, don't let what people say define you. And don't let where you come from define you at all. Always, stay in your lane. Stay focused. If you got goals, do what you got to do to reach those goals. Stay determined. Stay accomplished.
Oh, you just took me to church. That was fire. God was tuned in right there. I was like, please don't stop talking. That's what I was thinking. Alright, so here go another cool question. If you could stop doing one thing right now that'll make your life better, what would it be?
I wish I could stop being so reluctant to forgive people. That's actually one thing I'm honestly working on right now. I'm making steps towards it, but at the same time, I still find myself, still stuck in that same box where, if I don't want to forgive you, I don't want to forgive you. And I even talked to my dad's a pastor. I talked to him about that one day. I was like, Dad, I see a lot of time when people say stuff like, oh, you burn a lot of energy, oh, you're hurting yourself when you don't forgive. But me personally, if I don't forgive you, I go on by my life just fine. I'ma still eat. I'ma still get up every day happy, go to work, whatever. And then he broke it down and was just like, because what are you losing by not forgiving somebody? No one says you gotta forget. But what are you losing by not forgiving or refusing to forgive someone? And I was like, I just can't get past certain hurt that's been done to me. And I've been hurt. My first boyfriend pretty much scarred me for life at one point. And I'm still trying to get over that to this day.
How long ago that was? How long ago that was?
Oh, this happened back in 2011. This was my high school sweetheart. He did some fucked up stuff to me. It was real fucked up. And it hurt me because it was like, I didn't see that coming from you. Like, you gonna do this to me? Like, you gonna treat me like this? So it scarred me at one point. I can't say I'm not scarred anymore, but I do find myself still thinking about that situation because I know in my heart I have not fully forgiven that man. So that actually one that I am working on. I pray on that every day to be able to forgive people a lot more easy than what I do. Maybe not forget, but just forgive, just move on, wish them all the best, and just, still move on and walk my path that I got to walk through life.
I think technically you forgave them. It's just, when you forgive somebody, you just be like, it happened, life goes on. And you keep living your life. But if you don't forgive them, you're going to be like, pondering on it, trying to get revenge and all that stuff like that.
Yeah, and that's where I was at. Like maybe up until like a few years ago, I hated that nigga. I don't hate him anymore, which is how I know that I made some progress. But I hated that nigga. I hated him. I don't want to see him doing good. I hated him.
If you don't mind me asking, what'd he do? Don't say he cheated on you. That would be crazy.
No, it wasn't even that. I could have easily got over that. That won't nothing compared to what he did. Okay. Physical abuse, verbal abuse, and emotional abuse, plus stalking, threatening to kill me, damage my property.
That was a lesson learned. God, it sounds like you forgave him though now, for real.
Yeah, now I have. I can't say 100% forgave him, but I'm halfway at 100% forgiving him fully.
That's good, man. All right, this is the last question. What was that one moment in your life that made you sit down and be like, you know what? Let me stop playing out here. Let me take life more serious.
When my brother passed away.
Oh, snap. What changed when he passed away? What changed about your life?
Life is short. Life was very short. He got shot and killed when he was 30 years old, December 23rd, 2009. 2 days before Christmas, 5 days before my 21st birthday. That's when I realized life is really short. Because honestly speaking, before that whole thing happened, it's different when someone died from cancer or, diabetes or something where, they kind of wither away from. But to lose someone that got shot, it's like you don't get a chance to process the fact that you're getting ready to lose this person, which is why I think getting shot, it might be the worst way to die, especially when you got loved ones around you, because it just suddenly they don't get a chance to prepare to, to say goodbye or any of that. So yeah, like I said, he was 30 years old, and before he died, I didn't ever think about possibly, losing him or any of that. I never thought about the fact that someone would actually be crazy to want to try to kill him and then, it be successful. He had got shot before when I was in 8th grade, but I never thought that someone would actually be crazy to try to kill this man, and it actually happened. He would actually end up dead from it. So that really lets me know, life is really short out here. It really is truly short. That was maybe the only death that I've ever experienced. First of all, that was the closest person that I ever lost to. I've lost uncles, I lost my grandparents, stuff like that. But to lose a brother, that really, really hit me hard because it was dang, and now I'm the only child. It was something we was preparing for to do together. Now we can't. Life is really, really short. It really is short. You really never know what could happen.
That's the debate we was having too. We was talking about. I forgot. I knew it was a pastor and some girls and two of my homeboys. We was having a debate saying, is life really short? Because technically, it feels short like a blink of an eye. But like 20 and 30 years, it kind of seemed like a long time for it. But it seems short too. I can't really explain it. It's crazy.
No, I get what you're saying. I get exactly what you're saying. But you thinking from it from like numerical wise, it's long. Like it takes a minute to count from 1 to 30. You think about it that way, but just the fact how so quickly life can end makes it short.
Dang, man. I know how I lost my brother too though. That's why I'm like, yeah, he got shot too, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, that shit set me down. Like that was a crazy time of my life. I still remember like the night he got shot. I remember what time it was and everything, what we was doing, all that. I remember up until that time to maybe like 2 weeks after the funeral. I remember every day from that point. That's how busy it was. It was like a movie. I never been around so many people for that many days in a row. Like our house was jumping for like 2 weeks straight. Like people just coming over, bringing food, bringing cars, and plus it's around the holidays too. So it was just like me and my family. I come from a very close family, so it's like we was going to be together anyway. But now it's like the circumstances why we together for real. It's like because it's Christmas or New Year's, it's because my brother died.
So how you started living life after that?
You said how I started life?
Yeah, how you started living life after that incident?
To my mom, like my mom is she's a soldier, she's a warrior, she's the goddess. She's more in tune and way more in touch with, like understanding death than I think I would ever be. She grieved, of course, like, I'm not saying that, it didn't hit my mom. Like, it hit her too. But once everything settled in, her thing was just like, life gotta go on. And my brother passed away my junior year when I was at Hampton University. I didn't want to go back I didn't want to go back at all. I didn't care. I was like, Mom, I think I want to take a semester off. I'm not ready to go back. And she was like, yeah, Cherie, like, my vacation from work ready to end. She said, but guess what? But life goes on. She was like, life goes on. Do you really think he would want you not to finish school or whatever, or me to just be sitting around the house grieving? She said, we got to move on. Life is going to go on. And it was hard because by the time I got back to school, people had knew what had happened. So everybody was kind of like walking on eggshells to stay high, like stuff like that. It used to be like, yeah, it was crazy. Because people went from being like, hey, Cherie, to just like, hey, you alright? You good? And I didn't like it. And I called my mama one day, and I was just crying to her like, Mom, I hate it here. I want to come home. I don't want to be here. And she was like, I'm going through the same thing at work. She said, people asking me, why am I here? Like, what am I doing here? But life goes on. And it did go on. Yeah, I miss him. I think about him all the time. Every time something big happens, and every milestone that I reach in my life from here out, that he's not going to be here. So I pretty much just accepted that he's gone. He's not going to be here. But that don't change the fact that I still miss that man. I still think about him all the time. I dream about him. At least like once or twice a year, I dream about him. It'd be a good dream too. But what pretty much like helped me keep going after that big blow was the fact that life really do go on. It really does. And you just get used to the fact that it's going to be a piece of your life missing. You get used to that feeling that something's missing. Not saying it's a good feeling, but you're just used to feeling like that. And it's like, well, life gonna go on though. I'm still gonna have bills, I'm still gonna, until it's time for me to check out, I gotta do what I gotta do. Life gonna go on.
Yeah, that's one of the realest lessons I learned. Life goes on, man.
And it sounds cliche and it may sound harsh, but it's the truth though. That is what's going to happen. It's the truth. Life is just going to keep on going. And you just got to decide how you going to keep on going with it.
When my dad recently died, I had physical therapy the same day. So he died. The ambulance and stuff came and got him out of my room. And I went to therapy like 5 hours later. They was like, why are you here? And I was like, I mean, I don't want to just sit down and be depressed and be thinking about it.
That too. You can't do that too, because that's when it's really gonna hit you hard. Find yourself snapping. I've done that too, punching walls.
Oh,
and then it's like
I
gotta
go
be
that far though. Oh, snap! You're a savage.
Yeah, you slamming stuff, like hitting stuff. You questioning God, like it's part of the ebbs and flows of grieving or whatever. But when it's all just sets in, it's like life gonna go on. I can't do this every single day of my life or whatever. Like at some point I gotta reach the fact where, like I said, I gotta get used to the fact that he's not here anymore.
Yeah, I think traveling would definitely benefit you, because it benefit me, because I travel and I just be meeting people, and they be showing me a whole lot of love out here, and it seemed like the love they be showing me be like band-aids for the pain. So I feel like love is what's keeping me alive, man, for real. That's why I be out and about so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think you would love traveling, man.
Yeah, I do. I've been traveling since I was little. My dad was an accountant, so he would have conventions like all over the place. So since I was even like 4, I've been traveling.
And I'm so glad you got your parents still in your life, man. That's a blessing, man.
It is. They get on my nerves, especially my mama. But I already know, like if they was to leave this world, I don't know where I'd be. They keep me sane. They keep me mature too. When I want to do something, childish or whatever, I can talk to my parents about anything.
Oh my God, that's a blessing.
Yeah, I can talk about anything. My mom and dad, they have like different perspectives on stuff, but I try to meet them like in the middle or whatever, and I don't try to like cause them to butt heads over the fact that they see different about things. But I can talk to them about anything. And so yeah, whether it's men, friends, career, whatever, talk to them about anything.
Hey, that's a blessing, man. I know one thing. I appreciate your time.
No problem, Michelle.
Keep on winning out here.
You too.
I'm trying to win.
You too. You are winning. You blessed right now to travel and see the world. A lot of people can't do that.
That's trash. When people say that, I be like, technically you can. The money you spend doing the stuff you do, you can just travel with that.
Yeah, I feel that same way too. Like, don't eat out for a month and take that money towards getting you a passport, book you a hotel, a plane ticket, and getting out of here. And see how much more worldly and much more blessed and fulfilled you will feel.
Yeah, it's all on perspective. That's all. People want different things out of life. That's it. And that's what I want. I want to see the world. That's why I got 5 more trips planned this year.
I'm proud of you. Keep on moving.
Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Take your time over there. Stay cool. Stay dope. Stay pretty. Keep your job. Stay respecting your parents. And you're going to live forever, man. That's it.
Thank you. I will, show.
Peace. Thank you.
Peace.
All right.
All right.